I made all this. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Erikamari and I am actually on vacation right now. I didn't get a chance to stop by the salon to get my dead ends cut, and before I hit the strip, I actually want to cut my hair. So I've decided to share with you a technique that my aunt, who has professionally styled hair for 45 years and counting, has showed me, and she uses a lot. It's quick, it's simple, and honestly, it takes the scariness out of cutting your own hair. So before we get started, I do want to talk a little bit about the different natural textures of hair that exist out there. Of course, you can see mine. This is, an air drying. Not too much going on here, but for all of you ladies who have those beautiful curls, you may have to tweak this technique a little bit so that way it works a little bit better for you. But certainly, again, it's simple, it's still gonna work, and let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at what I have for my tools. Yes, I brought these with me. We have brush, comb, scissors. Yes, those are scrunchies, don't hate. And I actually have a trash can here in this hotel sink. And you'll see why in just a moment. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our comb, I'm sorry, actually we're gonna dampen our hair first. So why am I going to dampen my hair? Well, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be two parts to this. And the dampening of my hair is actually going to help me to make a cleaner cut and kind of help me gather all my hair a lot easier. But also, and pretty much like the main reason, is going to be to allow me to have an easier cleanup. Because when you have drier hair, it can, and you're cutting it, it flies everywhere. Versus a little bit more of a dampening, it's going to fall where you put it, and in this case, in my trash can is where I want it to go. And this is for, again, for you ladies with that curlier hair, curlier natural hair. Just note that if you choose to dampen your hair, your hair will change as it dries. So, especially when it comes to cutting, a lot of us, we think we're cutting at a certain place and then it dries a little higher. So just keep that in mind. My aunt actually always tells me that, if you have curlier hair, and I used to have curlier hair than I do now, when you have curlier hair, you actually would probably want to do this technique with drier hair. Yes, it may get everywhere, but at least you're not going to be cutting it, and then it would end up being not where you wanted it to be, and that then defeats the whole purpose of you taking the scariness out of cutting your own hair. Okay, so you'll see my hair is a bit damper. I actually might want to do my ends a little more here. And so two parts, right? So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take the comb and we're going to make an upside down V. Starting at the crown of your hair, you're going to actually follow that V down on either side using your eyebrow and the end of your eyebrow as the guideline. So, starting at the crown, kind of follow. We've got a line there. Starting at the crown, I follow, and I've got a line here. And you'll see I've made a V, lovely V. I'm gonna brush it out a little bit. And I'm gonna take my first scrunchie. And where you wanna scrunch it is actually, where you wanna scrunch it is right at the middle of your hairline. So, you're going to tie it up right in the middle. You'll see it's there. Now this is where it's really cool because you get to use your face as your kind of measuring unit. You have three choices. You have your nose line, your mouth line, or your chin line. That's going to create that first front layered length. Now again, I'm not looking to cut my length too much today, so what I want to do is actually use that chin Now this part, when you're going to cut it, you have a couple of options here as well. You can either cut straight across and get that, you know, that really nice clean line. It kind of cuts it across. A lot of celebrities like that look. For me, I'm looking for a little bit different. I want a little bit more of a textured. So I'm going to use a hair tie because being a novice at this myself, you know, I don't necessarily trust my hands to stay in place, but this hair tie will. So I put it right there at my chin line, and I will take my scissors. And what I'll do, again, being over the trash can, I am going to actually just cut kind of almost sporadically and randomly into the hair, right? So that way, I know it's a little scary, right? But you're gonna cut. And what this does, and what's really cool about this, is that it's going to give you like a feathery textured look, and that's what I love, and that's what I prefer. So certainly if you are more, you know, you want more of a cleaner look, maybe it's a, you know, a special occasion that you want that, definitely, you know, cutting straight across, I mean, it takes a little, you know, time-wise, it goes a lot faster than doing it this way. But, and again, you want to cut to the hair tie, so I know, here I go, I'm like not making it. Right, so we'll just kind of cut and bam, there we go. And now part two, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take the rest of the hair and we're gonna do the exact same thing. But this time, we're kind of gonna flip our hair forward. Now this is where your brush comes in handy. Make sure, and if you need to add more spray at this point, don't be afraid to, you know, again, that's gonna help you to make that clean look, that clean cut. So you're gonna want to pull the hair forward. You pull it forward. Again, brush, brush, brush all the way to the front. Certainly you can get a good arm workout here. Brushing up forward. You get a nice look at the back of your neck. If you've got really nice shoulders, you can admire those in the mirror for a bit. But we'll bring this forward, and you're gonna tie scrunchie number 2 exactly in the same spot that you did scrunchie number 1. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it or tie it right in that middle, right at the hairline in the middle. Oop, and actually you see I got like a little bumpy there, probably because I didn't add enough water, but I can fix that in a jiff. I'm going to bring it up, hair tie in position, and at this point you may look like a 1980s unicorn, but don't worry, it gets better, I promise. This was the part where you know, it gets a little confusing because what we don't realize is that the actual length, like what determines how far down your hair goes, is this front, this very front piece of the ponytail that I've created. And as you can see, there is a discrepancy, a pretty significant one actually, in the length that I have, again, of this front piece and the rest of it. Now, don't get scared, okay? Because this is the length. So this is what I want to keep. This is what I want. I'm not looking to cut a lot off today. I just want to get rid of my dead ends. I want it to look really nice when I go out tonight. So what I'm going to do, steal the hair tie from the front. and I'm going to kind of measure, for me right now, I'm probably going to do 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. Keep it a little longer. And you're going to actually measure that right up against the rest of it and initiate tie sequence. And you'll put it up. And then get your trusty scissors and kind of go ham again. Again, don't be scared to just, you know, be crazy with it. It's a layered look, it's a textured look. Again, you're more than welcome to cut straight across here. Again, me I want a little bit different, and actually because of the length and how important this length is to me, I'm gonna leave it a little bit further out of the hair tie that I've created, which is fine. Again, this is something that there's really no wrong way to do this when it comes to the actual cutting part. Don't be afraid. You will always look good. And this is kind of foolproof anyway, which is why I love this technique, and I love my aunt for showing me this. Gracias, Titi. All right, so this one again, maybe not as much, but at this point you are now free to remove all said things that make you look like a 1980s unicorn. You can do a fabulous 80s hair flip. And you'll bring everything forward. You could even add a little texturizing mousse. Kind of scrunch it up a little bit, make it wild, fabulous. And look at that. I have done it. I have cut my hair. I did it myself. I saved myself money. And I guess I'm ready to go out. So give me just 1 second. Maybe 3 seconds. Quick costume change. And voila. You're ready for a night on the town. You've got these fabulous layers. And that's it. You've done it. You have spruced up your own haircut. And on vacation, why not? Thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. But that's all. See you next time. Ciao.